This episode is brought to you by SD Sober Living. If you or someone you know needs a safe, supportive recovery home, then reach out to SD Sober Living at www.sdsoberliving.org or call 619-334-9869. That's 619-334-9869. Come get some fuck fentanyl and some San Diego recovery at SD Sober Living. Looking for your next new tattoo? Visit My Addiction Tattoo, where art meets passion. Our talented artists specialize in custom designs tailored just for you, ensuring each piece is as unique as your story. From your vibrant colors to intricate black and gray work, we bring your vision to life in a safe, welcoming environment. Plus, we prioritize hygiene and professionalism every step of the way. Book your consultation today and let's create something incredible together. Visit us on Instagram at My Addiction Tattoo or call 858-352-6416. That is 858-352-6416. Or stop by at the shop at 3742 Mission Boulevard, San Diego, California, 92109. Nobody reps fuck fentanyl like My Addiction Tattoo. Hey everyone, I want to take a moment to talk about something really important: mental health and addiction. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health or drug addiction, especially if they're facing chronic relapses or have a history of bouncing in and out of treatment centers, I want to recommend Baja Rehab. Baja is a premier lockdown treatment center located just 45 minutes from the San Diego border in beautiful Mexico. I've had the opportunity to visit their facility, and I can tell you firsthand it's not only stunning, but also equipped with everything needed for recovery. They offer comprehensive medical detox and have a dedicated team of drug counselors and specialized therapists. If you are ready to take the first step towards healing, call Shalom, the intake director, at 619-855-6368. That's 619-855-6368. Your loved ones deserve a second chance, so don't wait until it's too late. Reach out to Baja Rehab today.
The walls reek of blue and green as the yellow sun comes up. She don't like red, reminds her much of rust. She takes her time with golden angel dust. She likes drugs. She likes drugs. She dreams in black and white. I want her to.
Drugs by Mags.
Dude, these headphones are sweet.
I'm Luis Romero, and I'm Fuck Fentanyl Guy, and this is the Fuck Fentanyl Podcast. I got Kevin in here, man. How you doing?
Hi, everyone.
I like that song. I never heard it before.
Yeah, I've been into it lately.
Yeah, it's very melodic.
Yeah.
Has a nice sound to it. Man, so you grew up in East County?
Yeah, I grew up in Rancho San Diego.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, so I grew up in Mira Mesa first until I was about 7. Then my mom remarried, and then
Oh, okay.
we moved out to Rancho San Diego.
Was it like a big transition?
Yeah, it was huge. I mean, like, I remember being young in Mira Mesa, and I don't remember a lot of my early childhood like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just remember like being scared about it all.
Okay.
You know, I knew my stepdad or soon to be stepdad.
Yeah.
He was a good guy. Kind of took me and my brother under his wing like his own.
Mm-hmm.
But I just remember it was just anyone just kind of going to a new environment,
Right.
especially young, is so many uncertainties, and then
Yeah.
having to get new friends, all
Yeah,
that
that
stuff.
shit sucks, dude.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, shit. And do you think it played a part in maybe experimenting and stuff like that?
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know what Mira Mesa's like, but
Oh, I go there quite often. It's a
Little
it's
CD now.
yeah. It looks nice. Like
Yeah.
it look like it has like nice suburban homes, and it has like a lot of commercial like areas and stuff like that. But one of my friends is from there, born and raised, and still lives there. And it's there's a lot of stuff going on in the drug scene.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's everywhere. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, but Rancho San Diego is kind of the same thing. It's all suburbs. Like
yeah,
it's not ghetto or anything
yeah,
by any
yeah, yeah.
stretch.
It's brothers. My homeboy that moved over there, like he lives in the shittiest fucking house of the neighborhood. It looked like a little barn.
Probably the house I grew up in.
Dude, I still remember like seeing all these nice ass little houses. I was like, oh cool, this fool is like moving up and shit. And then I saw his place. I'm like, oh shit. He looks like he's like in those like the help corridors. But and then it ends up turning to a big shooting gallery.
Nice.
Yes. So in Rancho San Diego, you grew up there, and when did you started like experimenting and all that?
So I didn't do anything really. Like went through middle school, didn't experiment or
Yeah.
anything, and then high school came around, and I just grew up with just skating, and then like
Yeah.
some of my friends were just like, hey, you want to try some Boone's Farm? And
Oh yeah.
yeah, and that was the first drink I had, and it's funny because I remember I didn't like the taste, I didn't like anything about alcohol, but I loved the way it made me feel.
Oh really?
And after that, it was just pretty much anything that was in front of me, I would do.
Yeah.
You know, weed was pretty big. I remember the first time I smoked weed out of a soda can with matches.
Fuck yes.
Yeah,
I did it with a barbecue lighter.
That's classy. That's
Yes, yes.
You had a nice life.
So discreet.
But yeah, after that, like, you know, I started going to parties, just doing more and more stuff.
Yeah.
Like coke, ecstasy, pretty much anything. And
No
then,
shit.
you
All
know,
this is going on when you're in high school?
yeah, this is like freshman, sophomore year, especially.
Oh, I see.
So I got into it like pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Broke into it.
Yeah, and then like, yeah, so the partying continues.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I just remember I would just look forward to that every weekend. Like, okay, where's the party at? Where's
Right.
the party at? And then
Yeah.
that was pretty much it. And then like high school comes close to ending, and I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I gotta get serious. I gotta
Oh, okay.
figure out what I want to do with my life and everything. And I was like, all right, well, I've always wanted to be a paramedic since I was a kid, so
Oh, no shit.
go to college, do that. So I went down here actually at Southwestern, and then
Oh, no shit. To be a paramedic?
yeah,
Oh, that's
and
fucking rad.
I was clean throughout that whole time. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, I wasn't working program, didn't think I had a problem, nothing like that.
I
was
see.
like,
You just decided to stop and
yeah, I was just
get busy.
cruising, yeah, busy and everything. And, you know, I got through school, became an EMT first, and then
No shit.
I was super stoked about that, did that,
Yeah.
and then went through paramedic school and passed.
No shit.
And I worked in San Diego City for 8 years.
Wow. As a paramedic?
Yeah, as a paramedic.
Hey, how was that like, dude?
It's it's a pretty trippy thing to see when you're your early 20s and you're
Yeah.
responsible for someone's life.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I was like, I could barely get my life together. This is wild.
Fuck, dude.
You know, I
Yeah.
was pushing drugs before I was even able to drink and everything, so that was pretty crazy too.
Yeah. You weren't even 21 yet and already.
No.
Same here.
Yeah, and then I don't know, things were good for a little bit, you know, and then I know my parents and I fought a lot about what I wanted to do for my career.
Really?
Yeah, they I mean they were just traditional Vietnamese parents, like I'm
I see.
first generation, so all my cousins and everything, like my whole family's all doctors and engineers, and
Oh, no shit.
yeah, so they just wanted the same thing for me, you know, like because that's what they thought equated to a good life here in
Right.
America, and
Like big money,
yeah,
big career.
exactly. And I decided to trailblaze it and go be a street doctor.
Street doctor. Shit. Were you trying to balance like your lifestyle while you're being a paramedic at the same time?
Yeah, so I didn't use for a long time. Like the first 4 years, I didn't
Oh
use.
shit. Okay.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I got to a weird headspace. Like I felt like I was just kind of stuck. Like,
Mhm.
you know, like my parents weren't happy with me doing this, and then
So crazy.
yeah, and I think because I was so proud of it, and you know, I wanted them to really accept that and
Right.
be proud of me too.
Right.
You know, that kind of hurt. Like I was
Yeah.
just I was pretty bummed out.
I know, right?
Like everyone else's parents were like, "That's awesome, you do that." and
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
and-
Being a
but-
first responder, man, is like, that's
yeah,
that's a like a must needed job, but society, we need that.
You know what's crazy too is I think about this a lot now, but when I was in medic school, I remember my medic teacher. He said that we all get into this profession because we can't help ourselves, so we need to help other people to be
Yeah.
needed. And I was just like, you know, I'm young. I was like 18 or 19.
Mm.
So I was just like, okay, he's just burned out.
You're a little smoked out here.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very true because like I started seeing a lot of it. Like when I would be at the fire stations and everything, like people were pretty much the same. You know, I was keeping it private, but they were doing the same things, like
Mm.
pills, all that stuff. But yeah, like 4 years passed, and then I started, you know, just needing that release on the weekends, whatever.
Yeah.
Like my days off, I'd be like, all right, let's go play
Have some
Mario
fun.
Party and Super Smash Brothers and do some oxys.
Yeah. Fuck yes.
So it started off like that. Yeah. You know, it was cool, and you know, slowly but surely I started just doing it more and more, and
No shit.
you know, it became like just like every night, and then it would be every morning before work.
Shit.
Yeah,
Keeping
and then
the party going.
yeah, I had to keep it going, and it was wild, dude. Like there would be times where I'd be up for like 3 days straight just because of work and that party lifestyle, and
Right.
just going back, like
God
do an all
damn.
nighter, come back to work, do the same thing all over again. And
Did anyone at your work ever say anything?
no, because I was working night shift when all this started, so
I see.
so everyone's just tired anyway. So could
That
just-
is really true.
just blend in.
Right. You're a creature of the night.
But yeah, that's also scary too. Like how well I hit it, because I
Yeah.
had a pretty heavy habit back then. Like I was doing at least 6 30s a day, something like
Oh
that.
no shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wondering why I'm broke all the time.
Yeah. Oh my god, taking
If only I just made more money.
I mean, that's a pretty good paying field. I mean, that's enough to live off of, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it is, but I
When you take out the drugs,
yeah, if you
spending.
take out the drugs, it's probably like okay, but they don't make very much money at all.
Oh, they don't.
No, I
That's-
started at 1350.
Holy
and-
shit, that's it.
Yeah,
God damn.
I mean, this was like
Hey.
10 years ago now.
Yeah, but
Yeah, 1350, and after 8 years, I made 1675.
oh fuck. I mean, that's a couple bucks more, but damn, dude.
It's pretty bad.
How much do these fools? I really want to ask them now.
Yeah,
do
don't
you make like
ask.
$22 an hour now?
But yeah, so I just started doing that, you
Yeah.
know, and then I remember one night I was working an overnight shift out in PV,
Yeah.
and I went to go to bed at the fire station. I lay down, and all of a sudden I'm just like really achy, and
Yeah.
I'm like going hot and cold, and getting a little sweaty and everything. I'm like, dude, I feel like crap, and you know, I'm just decided to call my brother, you
Yeah.
know, and my brother's like, dude, you're going through withdrawals, and I was like,
I called you out like
yeah,
that.
he straight up said it. He didn't even say like, "Are you sick or anything?" Like, "Do you have a cold?" He's just like, "You're going through withdrawals," and I was like, "Nah, that's not me, dude. I went through college and everything. That's not me."
Yeah, that totally protect you from withdrawals.
Little did I know. Yeah, and then I just remember finishing out that shift feeling horrible, and then I finally go home in the morning, and I was like, all right, well, I asked my brother, I was like, do you have any pills or anything?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I can't get any. And then he's like, but I've got heroin. And I was like,
Oh shit.
and I just, you know, I just felt a little uneasy. I was like, why do you have that in my house, dude? Like,
Right,
get
right.
that out of here.
Right.
And he's like, dude, you'll feel better. And I was like, okay. And then I smoked a little, like maybe like a centimeter trail or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I remember it just tasted awful.
Yeah, it tastes like shit.
Yeah, it tasted horrible. I threw up right away. And I just remember coming out of the bathroom after I threw up, and I was like, "That's awesome. All right, let's do some more."
Wow.
Yeah.
It was on and cracking.
Yeah, and then after that it was just kind of on and cracking. Yeah, like you said, and just it's crazy, dude. Like, but then I would start to get sick sooner, and
Yeah.
so I started needing to do it while I was at work, and
Yeah, Mando.
yeah, it was crazy. Like I would take someone to the hospital,
Mhm.
you know, sneak away, find
Yeah.
some like ducked out bathroom and do my thing, and then come back to the ambulance and do another one.
Fuck.
Yeah, and just keep repeating and repeating, and then, you know, like I held that up for maybe 6 years.
God damn, really?
Yeah,
That's pretty
5,
impressive.
6 years, and no one really thought anything of it. Like
Mhm.
I kept up appearances at work,
Yeah.
and that stuff, and then until I didn't. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and towards the end, like I just stopped showing up to work completely. Like I would do no call, no shows, and all that. And
Shit.
my supervisors knew me the whole time, so they knew me from the beginning. They're like, "What's going on, dude? Like,
Yeah.
are you okay?" And you know, I would just chalk it up. I was like, "Oh, I got family stuff, you know,
Mhm.
whatever." And then they're all super supportive, but you know, they didn't know what was really going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up getting fired just because I didn't show up to work. Which
Yeah, too many times.
who would have thought?
Yeah, eventually they'll just fire you.
Yeah.
Don't come back.
But yeah, I get fired, and the people I was living with at the time, I was like, "Hey, like I'm not gonna make rent, so
Wow.
I'm gonna pack my stuff up, and
Fuck.
I'll see you guys later." Yeah.
So nonchalant, like, so
Yeah,
sorry.
it was pretty. I mean, yeah, they weren't too stoked about that, but but
I'll excuse myself.
I'll see myself out. But they just yeah, no one really had an idea. Like
Mm.
like they just thought it was more mental health stuff, which I mean, they're not
Yeah,
wrong.
they're not
you
all the
know.
way wrong.
Yeah, they're not all the way wrong. But yeah, after that I was just living in my car, and then
Shit.
staying at random trap houses whenever.
Fuck, dude.
And, like whenever I had put enough money together, I'd go like get a hotel or whatever, and that was it. That was like all my life consisted of. You know, and then
You never try to get another job after that? You just like, fuck it.
no, I was like, I would just work random jobs. Like I did landscaping for a little bit. You know, just like I was like, "Oh, you pay cash. This is great.
Works for me.
My dealer loves cash." You know, either that or just like work on random people's cars and stuff.
Oh,
like
really?
that.
Like
Yeah.
detailing?
No, like mechanical stuff.
Oh,
like,
okay.
So I was lucky I had that for a hustle, I guess. But yeah, you know, that stuff just I got into a pretty dark space in my head. Like it was you know, growing up my whole life, I never thought I would get into doing the stuff I was doing.
Right.
You know, and I'd become the one thing I like always looked down on when I was younger. You
Yeah,
know?
sure.
I'd see someone strung out on the street. I was like, dude,
Ooh.
they just need to get it together.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. What's wrong with you?
yeah, exactly. It's like, come on, dude. It's so
Right.
simple, right?
Right. Stop doing drugs and
Yeah.
just get a job.
Just stop doing it.
Yeah.
And
Right.
yeah, it was wild. Like I became an addict. You
Yeah.
know?
Full blown.
Full blown addict, like homeless, everything. You know, just everything I did was for drugs, and that was it. Like my family was on the back burner if they were even on the stove at all.
Right.
My friends, I completely just cut everybody out of my life, and
Oh shit.
you know, it's like, yeah, coming to the realization I was an addict and so alone at that time, like, and I never thought I would come back because I lost the career that I had worked so hard for, and
Right.
you know, I just felt really hopeless, like really dark, and
Mhm.
you know, I contemplated, or I tried to take my own life.
You did.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had a gun and everything, and I took it to my head, and I started to squeeze the trigger, and for whatever reason, like I just had pictures of my mom like having to find out that I took my life, and
Yeah.
that was the only thing that stopped me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I just maintained that for a number of years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just going through life but not feeling like I deserve to live.
Right.
That's a pretty dark spot,
Yeah.
That's not, I don't wish that for anybody.
Right. Just numbing it with
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, and it's like it numbs it for a little bit until it doesn't,
Yeah.
And it felt even worse and worse because I couldn't somehow get out of this damn addiction,
Right.
Like, I knew well from the first time I did it and the first time I got sick, and then I was like, oh, dude, I don't want to be dependent on something like this.
Right.
And, just having my life fully just for that, is pretty sad.
No, yeah, absolutely it is, dude.
And then, yeah, so I started hanging out in Chula Vista, actually.
Oh shit.
Right here.
Rock
yeah.
bottom.
So that brought me out here. I mean, I hung out everywhere in the county, but yeah, I came down here.
Ah, shit.
It's a lot more cost effective. But
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
You can get high for $5 over here.
yeah, they'll take change, everything. EBT card is on.
Yo. I used to get so excited when I got my reload. Like, yeah.
I know, and then I was like, I'll worry about food like tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll buy a couple snacks and I'm like, all right, the rest of it going
Yeah,
straight.
then I'm like bummed my connect's got all this food in his fridge and everything. I'm like, damn.
Man. So well, how long were you here for?
Chula?
Yeah, how long were you in Chile for?
I mean, this was 2018, so what? Yeah,
Awesome.
6 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Yes, I mean, I didn't always live out here through the 6 years, but that's when I started hanging out down here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Getting familiar with all the wonderful characters.
yeah, and then I started kicking it with some people I really shouldn't have been kicking it with.
Here in Chula Vista.
This used to be a nice neighborhood.
Yeah. It's funny because they are kind of gentrifying it now.
Yeah, it's changed a lot.
Yeah. They're building all this stuff right by the 5 freeway, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean it's cool. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, you've seen it change a lot.
Oh,
You
yeah.
grew up out here.
Yeah. I remember East Lake, literally, just being like a shopping center,
Mhm.
and maybe a couple,
Little random neighborhoods.
like it literally was like a neighborhood,
yeah,
and now it's like its own fucking city.
yeah, it's huge.
It's crazy in Bonita, this area right here. Fuck, dude, it was such a shithole when I was a kid. Like, I mean, this spot right wasn't that bad, but if you go down Main Street, yeah, dude,
that's the bottoms here.
that is the bottom, sir.
I've been.
It earned its name.
I've been there a few times.
Oh, for sure. My friends have done lots of terrible things in that bottoms. And then my mom's area was like off J Street and Broadway, or J Street by the 5 freeway off Colorado Avenue. And yeah, that I used to be terrified going out. Like it was gnarly. So I mean, now seeing it kind of getting a little nicer, it is nice. But yeah, I definitely adapted.
Yeah.
Once I was full blown, I can adapt anywhere.
Yeah. But yeah, it was I was hanging out with those people I had no business hanging out with.
Yes, sir.
And, they were pretty connected people and offered me jobs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
employment.
Yeah, they offered me some employment. Here I was homeless, and I had a car. So who was I to turn that down?
Oh right.
Yeah. So I ended up
an opportunity here.
Yeah, they're like, "You want to take 7 pounds of meth up to LA?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Wow.
Yeah, so I did that. I didn't make it very far. Chula Vista PD pulled me over for expired tags because I was just
Oh fuck, dude, serious?
burned out, dude.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah. It's a trip because I live like 2 blocks away from where I got arrested.
Oh fuck! Really?
Yeah, you know the Home Depot right over there?
Yeah.
I was arrested right there.
Oh really? I'm tearing over.
So yeah. It was a
Oh
trip.
god. I know exactly. I almost got arrested there once. Really embarrassing. I was out of jail for 1 fucking day,
Nice.
and we just came up on some stuff at that Kmart that used to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So we had fucking stuff on us, and I had dope on me, and like thank fucking God, dude, that cop like didn't look up my name because I was on paper. And he could have searched me, but I just lied. I just was like, yeah, I'm not on probation. And he bought it. And I was like, cool, he's not searching me.
I've got away with that stuff a few times. I gave my like brother's information.
Yeah, the brother, that's a good card.
Yeah.
I don't have a brother, so
that was solid.
All right.
Shout out Kenny, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Kenny. Shout out. But yeah, so you got arrested right there off Terra Nova.
Yeah, it was funny, dude. Like I remember sitting down on the curb, handcuffed, and then they had like 2 units pull up behind me right away, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a little excessive for a traffic stop. And then an unmarked car comes across the street, and I'm like, why do they got an unmarked car right here? That's wild.
Oh shit.
And then yeah, as soon as they make contact with me, like the K9 unit rolls up like 2 minutes later, and I was like, oh wow, that was really fast.
Almost coordinated.
Yeah, what's going on here, guys? You didn't let me know. But,
They busted you with all that stuff?
yeah, they busted me with all that, and
God damn.
it's funny though. I was sitting on the curb, and I just remember I wasn't worried about how much time I was gonna do.
Mhm.
I was just worried about getting sick.
Yeah.
I was so bummed because I just bought like an 8-ball or something, and I was just like,
Oh, it's gone. It's
yeah,
gone.
I was like, it's gone, dude. I was like, maybe they'll just let me do a little bit more.
Can I do a shot before we go?
But yeah, it's like, yeah, that's a horrible feeling. Getting
In jail?
yeah,
Yeah,
in
dude.
jail. Yeah, so I was down here at the police station till like midnight, and then they finally shot
Yeah,
me
they
up
ship you to Central.
yeah, and they shipped me to Central, and then this was my like first experience in jail, and I was just like, this place sucks. I mean, I wasn't expecting like Disneyland or anything, but like it's pretty bad. It's dirty as hell, and just
So, oh, dude, I hate it.
and then
Nothing makes me cringe more than thinking about Central Jail,
yeah,
waiting and getting processed.
dude.
It's the worst.
Yeah, I for some reason I was like, maybe I'll get out of this. Maybe I'll get out
Oh
of this.
yeah.
Like the whole time, and then finally when I went to the changing room, like where they have you strip down, all
Yeah,
that
bend and
stuff, I was
cough.
like, all right, this is pretty real.
Holy
shit.
Now you're showing your asshole to a stranger.
Yeah, I don't even know if anyone else knew what my asshole looked like before that.
You might be the first.
I'll have to write that cop and see.
You were the first, sir. Before anybody else.
I'll make him a plaque or something.
Yeah. Make it like your butt. And,
Yeah, he was ready. He had a flashlight and everything, dude.
You got a good peek. Anything in there?
Dude, but it was bad.
Yeah, dude.
And I remember like they finally housed me and everything, and then like, yeah, I finally felt well enough to come out
Oh,
out of my cell, yeah. And then like I come out to the day room, I'm like just shivering
Yeah.
and
Oh, fuck.
just sick. I was like nauseous and everything, and then they had dope in there. And I was like, oh, sick. How does one go about getting one?
Yeah. What's going on, guys?
And I remember the guy was like super close to giving me some, and he's like, yeah, you just gotta like pay however much. I can't remember what it is now, but
Yeah.
like, and I was like, oh, sweet. And then we're about to do the deal and everything, and
Yeah.
he's like, hold up, dude. Like, you're an Asian dude from East County, and you got all your teeth. Like, nah, this dude's an undercover. And I was
Oh,
like,
no.
and I was so bummed out. I was like, damn, dude.
Just pull a tooth out.
Yeah. I'll pull them all out, right?
Look, see? They were fake.
Yeah, it definitely didn't help that I was just like, I guess, kind of clean cut.
No, you're a very clean cut person.
Yeah.
Like, I would never guess that you had a drug problem.
Yeah, I think that's what saved me from detection for so long. Because I know that I remember the cops were confused when they pulled me over. They were just like, "What the fuck?"
This guy?
Yeah.
Like what?
But
No, yeah, you could totally like you look like you could put a suit on and work in corporate America or
dude, I remember, and then we got transferred to Bailey.
yeah. Oh yes,
I
that
remember I
one.
was getting off the bus or out of that holding tank area to go to housing, and we're all just walking single file.
Yeah.
And I'm like somewhere in the back, and the deputy stops the entire line. He's like, "Everyone stop!" And he just comes up to me and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And I was I was so bummed out. I was like, "Don't talk to me right now."
Yeah.
This isn't gonna help you in here.
He
at
just
all.
he just gave you some extra attention.
Yeah. I was like, damn.
Oh fuck,
So
dude.
yeah, it was a bummer, dude. Like never feeling like I fit in,
Right. I don't even fit in with these
growing up
criminals.
in East County, and then now I don't fit in jail. I was like, this sucks.
It's terrible.
But
Hey, that's crazy. How long were you in jail for?
I did a total of 10 months. So
Okay.
on that stretch, I did 8 months, and then
Okay.
I got out on MSO. So
Oh.
yeah, that
Ooh.
mandatory supervision.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
Yeah, dude.
I had no idea what I was signing for or anything.
You just want to
like,
get the fuck out.
yeah, I just wanted to get out. I was like, oh, that sounds cool. Like, 8 months, like that's not that bad. I'll do that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
3 years of MSO, and I was like, oh,
God damn, 3 years.
yeah,
Did they get you on transporting?
yeah. They got me on sales transport. Yeah,
Oh, no shit. That's why.
'cause I had a little damn scale with me too.
Little skill.
Yeah, and they were like, that's a sales charge. And I was like, damn.
Fuck. Oh, dude, that's so rough, dude.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, jail, not a pleasant experience.
Nah. Yeah. So like, I mean, yeah, that was also pretty rough too, because that was the first time my parents found out about any of this.
Oh, really?
Like they knew I was struggling and doing bad, but they didn't know like just how bad things had gotten.
I see. Now they got more details. And
Yeah, well, because they saw my charges and everything. They're just like, "What?
what the fuck?
This can't be my son."
He's so clean cut looking. Like we were. Like,
He was gonna be a doctor.
right. Totally, dude.
But yeah, it was. So I was housed for about a week, and I remember my mom and stepdad came to go visit me.
Oh no shit.
When I was in Central, yeah. And this is like one of the hardest things for me. Like I thought it was hard to see my mom come in and visit me in jail, and talking through that 2-inch plexiglass.
Yeah,
whatever it is, through that
shitty ass. Yeah.
shitty ass phones,
Mhm.
keep crackling and everything. She looked like she had aged like 10 years overnight, and
Oh shit.
she wasn't eating. She looked like she was like maybe 80 pounds or something.
Wow.
And I remember I just broke down. I started crying when she came in the room, and yeah, it was hard, man.
Yeah.
That woman, we may not see eye to eye on a lot of things, but,
Right.
all she's ever wanted for me was just to do well and
Right.
be alive,
Right.
And yeah, so that was rough. And then I remember towards the end of my time, the first time, like she was like, "Can they just keep you in here longer?"
God damn.
And I was like, "What?
What?
I was like, you don't want me to come out?" And
Right.
she's like, "Well, here I know where you are, and I know like you're getting fed and you have a place to sleep."
Yeah, I see.
I didn't think about that, and
Shit.
I was, these are the things that we put
Right.
our friends and family through.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, but seeing all that stuff, it's still like, for whatever reason, I just didn't think I deserved any better. Like I was just like, I'm gonna run with this and just become the best drug addict I can be.
Wow.
Like
It'd be like that.
yeah, it hurt, but none of it was great enough for me to want to change. Like I didn't think it was possible to change. Like,
Right.
I didn't see another way out.
Yeah.
I thought once you got into these types of things, like this is what you do the rest of your life
Yeah, absolutely.
until you pass away of age, or hopefully just the next batch is stronger, right?
Yeah.
Because I was
You don't wake
too
up.
chicken to do it for myself. So
Right.
yeah, so I just kept going like that, and then I finally get out on probation, and I start getting introduced to the rooms a little bit,
A little bit. from-
and then
I see.
just a little bit, but it was during COVID, so it was like,
There wasn't much meetings going on.
yeah, I was like, there wasn't a whole lot going on. It was on Zoom, so I was just
Yeah.
doing my same old BS. Like,
Right.
I would just, take a screenshot of the meeting, so
Oh.
put my phone wherever, and then just come back an hour later, and I've got my proof. All
There
right?
you go.
And yeah, COVID let me use for a long time while I was on probation.
Oh shit, I can imagine so.
Like, I mean, I guess not crazy long, but like I had a 6-month run, and then I remember I just missed calling the testing line one day.
Mhm.
I totally forgot about it,
Mhm.
and then my probation officer's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna need you to come in person and test."
Ooh. Uh-oh.
And I just was honest with her. I was like, "Look, I'm not gonna pass. Like, I'm not."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Okay, well, let's get you into treatment. Like,
Mhm.
come in tomorrow to the Lighthouse and
Ah, shit.
turn yourself
Lighthouse.
in." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
I do that. I'm still getting high in there.
They do that in there? Oh my god.
Yeah, right? Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Like a parolee fucking program.
But yeah, like, so I'm getting high in there, and then I just go to bed, and then the next morning I hear a loud knock on my door.
Yeah.
And this officer comes in the room. She's like, "When?" I was like,
Mm.
"Oh, damn, dude." And then she just cussed me, and then then I go back and do 2 more months.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah. It's so crazy because like I'm just willing to accept all of this. Like I'm just like, yeah, that's cool, whatever.
Yeah.
And then
Like you played the game and it's
Yeah.
part of it.
exactly. But
Yeah.
yeah, I go back, and jail's still not that fun, but it was easy to me. Like it wasn't really like, it sucks.
Yeah, no, of course. You don't enjoy it.
But I can program really well. Like I can do that and make the time go by and
Yeah.
all that. And then I get out of that violation, and I go to crash.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which one? Short term? Or long term?
Long term.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was so bummed. I was like, damn, you can't use in that program. Like,
No, you cannot. I mean, well.
well, there's a little part of my story too.
Yeah, okay.
So I go through that, and
Yeah.
I'm like programming, and like almost like a model resident, I guess.
Oh,
And,
no, yeah. Do all the check all the boxes.
Yeah, I'm good at doing those things.
Yeah.
Like I can do that.
Right.
But I remember like 2 weeks before I transitioned or graduated from there, they were like, "All right, you gotta take your final drug test." And I was like,
Okay.
cool.
Cool.
Do that, and I was like, "All right, well, let's get drugs now then."
Now you're in the clear.
And I already knew who was messing around with that stuff, and
Oh, I see.
looking back, I can see why they do things the way they do at Crash. Like,
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that place. Like,
Right.
it did teach me a lot, but
Yeah.
I wasn't ready, and then
Yeah.
I used there right before I transitioned out into sober living.
Uh-huh.
And I remember I was using fentanyl, so I was like, "Oh yeah, no one
Yeah.
tests for fentanyl because like probation doesn't test for that yet."
Oh, at the time.
Yeah, at the time they weren't,
Yeah.
and I was like, "So I'm good."
Oh, yeah. You're golden.
Yeah, I was like, "This is my golden ticket."
Thank you, Fetty.
I figured out a way to beat the system,
Oh, fuck, dude.
and yeah, Fetty was crazy. Like I hated it. Like,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, the first time I did it, I smoked a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And I remember I just passed out, hit my head on the sink, and
Yeah.
it was like right before we were supposed to go to bed. And then I was like, "Oh, okay." I wake up, I was like, "Well, I better do a little bit more so I don't get like sick." It's just wild how I was thinking back then.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so I stopped like a week before I get out,
Yeah.
and I go to this sober living called Fairmont Park Recovery.
Oh, yeah. I might know it.
Yeah, I know it. But I get there, and then the manager and the assistant manager, they test me, and then I was like, I think I'm good because like it's been 5-7 days at that time, and
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
That
was
shit
like-
stays in there forever.
yeah, and I was like, I'll be good. And they pulled me into the room. They're like, "Is there anything you want to tell us?" And I was like, "Damn,
Oh, that talk. I love that.
yeah." I was like, "Damn." And yeah, you know what? It was like that. I think that was like the first time like I started to get like any sort of like desire to want to change.
Oh shit.
They just sat down and they were just real with me. They're like, we're all addicts. Like, this is what we do.
Yeah.
But, there is like a better way.
Hmm.
And you deserve better. And, I couldn't understand why like a group of grown dudes like my age,
Mhm.
living in bunk beds and stuff, like
Right.
wanted better for me when I couldn't want that for myself.
Right.
Because I had completely resigned. Like, I accepted everything I had or didn't have. Like,
Mhm.
and I was content with that.
Yeah.
Like, I was totally content with it. Like, it didn't bring me a whole lot of heartache or anything like that. It was just, this is it.
Right.
And, I just started going to in-person meetings finally.
Yeah.
They started bringing me around and, like, I literally came in with, like, a trash bag and, like, 3 pairs of clothes. And that was
Right.
all I had, really. And these guys would, like, just buy me dinner and take me to meetings and stuff. And
That's really awesome.
yeah, it was cool. Like, I never had that in my life. Like, everything before then was so transactional, like every relationship I had was like, what can you do for me?
Mhm.
What can I do for you?
And here are these guys just giving you stuff and not asking for shit.
Yeah, they were just like, I remember too, like, it was they're just like, just pay it forward when you have the chance to do it too.
Yeah.
And I didn't really get that at the time. I was
Like, what?
"Okay, I'm just here for free food, dude."
Right.
But yeah, I started meeting people in the rooms, and then I started hearing stories that are like really similar to mine,
Mm-hmm.
like almost like as if I was up there speaking myself,
Right.
and then they're just talking about this book,
Oh, a
and
book, huh?
yeah, I'm not much of an avid reader, but they were talking about this book and just reading it and how it's changed their lives, and
Mm-hmm.
and one of the requirements at the sober living I was at was to read that same book, to get a sponsor and read that book with them. And like, I don't know what it was really. Like, I was just like, okay, I'll give this a shot, whatever.
Yeah.
And I just remember my sponsor had me read the first step 3 times over.
Oh, no shit.
3 times over, and then just writing about it.
Uh-huh.
And it's a pretty short like chapter in there, but
Mm-hmm.
I remember I wrote a lot in my notebook about it,
Yeah.
and it was a trip because it would go through a lot of the things like I had already thought about in my head, and but when I'm writing it out, I was like, okay, yeah, like I'm through and through an addict.
Right.
Like, I can't outsmart my probation officer. Like, I already proved that to myself. I
Right.
can't, I've had perfect opportunities where I completely got off of drugs without withdrawals or anything. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it felt great, but I could never stay clean more than like maybe 3 days
Right.
at best.
Right. You always go back to it.
Yeah, and it's just pick up right where I left off.
Right.
So it was so after that I was like, yeah, maybe there is something to this book.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep going on and on with it, and when it talks about the insanity, I was like, this is literally everything I've done.
In black and white.
Yeah, it's wild, dude. And yeah, it's been pretty incredible. Like, I finally got some semblance of what those guys in sober living had,
Right.
And I was just super stoked for that because, like, yeah, they're happy, and they're these guys are like well older than I am back then, and then
No shit.
they're stoked just to be living in sober living with bunk beds and EBT cards, and all
Right.
this stuff.
Yeah, too.
I couldn't understand why they were happy, and finally I got a little bit of it,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and then I was always pretty reluctant to do this kind of stuff, like work any sort of program, because like I grew up very. I mean, I was pretty atheist. Like, I didn't.
Oh,
really,
no shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't believe in anything like that.
Mm-hmm. The higher power concept was a little rough.
Yeah, it was a little daunting for me at first,
Yeah.
But it makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
I worked my sponsor, he was really good at explaining it to me and just kind of got me through that whole process. And
Oh shit.
it's weird. Like once I found that higher power, like I felt so much lifted off me. Like for some reason, I felt like I was so responsible for all the horrible things going on in the world, and you know, it's just it's useless. Like I can literally only do my part. Like so long as I'm doing what I can, like you know, all I can do is hope for the best with everything else.
Right.
And you know, it took a long time to understand that, but yeah, and then all those things like, you know, all that shame and guilt that we carry around for so long,
Yeah.
you know, like, you know, from that time my mom visited me in jail, or when I first got out, and like come to their house and they'd put deadbolts on every single door inside the house, and I was, you know, I was like, I didn't even really steal from you guys like that, but okay. You know, those things like
extra caution.
yeah, it hurt. Like, you know, that's where I was at.
Right.
You know, they didn't know if they could trust me, and
Right.
they had every right to do those things. Like,
Absolutely.
because I wasn't different, you know.
Right.
And yeah, it's nuts, man. Like, it's weird. I just didn't think about those things so much. You know, I just kind of focused in on what I had to do in front of me, which was just read that book.
Right.
Read the book. And it's weird. Like, I was content with life. Like, I was just doing that, reading the book, and I was working some random job as a mover, and then, you know, but I was happy. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's something I hadn't had in a really long time.
Oh shit.
Forever, maybe. Like, I don't think I've ever had, like, true happiness like that.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get it, and, you know, I just stuck with it. And soon, like, that MSO wasn't so bad. Like,
Yeah. Got
probation was just probation, and they were just there, and that was it. They were just doing their job, and
right.
I'm just doing my thing. And that's it.
Check in, you piss, and then you're out.
I mean, she could have chilled out on how much I had to test, but
It'd be like that.
yeah,
MSOs they're pretty strict, man. I deal with them at my job. They're pretty like, because you're technically in custody, they're just gonna try to they just want the most. You know what I mean?
dude,
They demand a lot.
My PO was the most. I was like on the highest tier of testing.
Really?
For almost the whole 3 years.
Fuck.
Yeah. I would go in like twice a week, dude.
Seriously, twice a week to test?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot. That's way.
Yeah, I got bad. I knew the guy that would test me. Like, I knew almost everything about his life.
Hey there, Jim.
Dude, he's gonna make my family Christmas card. And everything.
Yeah.
He's invited for Thanksgiving.
He's invited for Thanksgiving. The card is him with the test.
With the Ewing cup. But yeah, that was my life for a long time, and you know, it was fine. It's whatever, but
Right.
But it's pretty cool. Like, you know, you just get to see that little bit of hope. You know, like, it's weird because I didn't have any sort of like aspirations to go get like a crazy career or anything like that after that. Like, I was just like, I just came a lot more still in life and just kind of able to like take things as they come. And
Right. Not trying to jump into.
yeah, exactly.
I got that.
You know, like everyone's like, you should go get your medic license back and everything, and I was just like, no, it's all right. Like, I'm okay.
Right.
You know, and then yeah, it's been good. Like, yeah, I worked all the steps, and you know, that's a huge thing. Like, really being able to realize like all that fear I was living in for so long. You know, just being scared my whole life. Like, almost everything I did was just based around that.
Right.
You know, now it's more just like love, understanding, tolerance, and you know, life's a lot easier when you live in that. Just trying to fight everything all the time.
Right.
You know, that's exhausting.
It is fucking exhausting.
Yeah. And, you know, those things like the shame and guilt, like things I never thought I'd come back from. You know, like all that hurt I did to my parents and my brother, all that stuff. You know, it's just it's pretty powerful to have those things. You know, make my amends and do those. You know. And it's awesome because it's just like they get to see the evidence in my life and the person I am today. And
right.
I get invited to way too many family things now.
Nah, like, come on, man.
I'm like, you
We
guys
back
need to-
off a little bit.
you guys need to chill.
It's
It's
fucking
cool
awesome.
because because before that, that wasn't a thing,
Mhm.
And, as annoying as it is today, it's like I'm still grateful for that.
Right. At least you're invited.
Yeah. And yeah, it's allowed me to go through so much, dude. Like I took a chance to getting this job. Like I had relatively no experience in construction, and
Uh-huh.
my buddy just said, "Hey, you should come work at this company doing bathroom models and stuff." And I was like, "Okay, I'll give it a shot."
Mhm.
I do that. I did well, and started building bathrooms, and
Oh, no shit.
yeah, I did well enough, and I just recently became a manager at the beginning of this year, and
Oh, fuck yeah.
yeah, so yeah, now I'm corporate.
You're corporate? Ah!
I sold out.
Suit with the suit and everything now?
Nah, no suit.
That's cool, though.
Yeah,
That's fucking awesome, dude.
it's been good, man. Like that, and then just I sponsor guys now, and then
Yeah.
it's pretty powerful. Like I didn't realize like how important that part of it would be. Like
Yeah. You get something out of it.
yeah, because I was so wrapped up in like I need to work on this for me, and that's it.
Yeah.
But being able to see someone else go through the same things I did, that's probably my greatest accomplishment. Like that feels pretty incredible when I'm sitting across from my sponsee, and like he's reading the book and he's giving his input like almost like the same way I did.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty cool to see that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I love that shit, man. How long you been clean?
I'll be 4 years in February.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Here.
I
Yeah.
was expecting the air horn rap.
Oh, the air horn? I can do that too. I haven't done an air horn in a while.
that was sick.
Yeah, broke it in again.
If you didn't listen for anything, listen for the air horn.
That's
please.
at 49 minutes. That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, man, it's been good, dude. Like, I'm stoked. Like, I have really good people in my life, and I get to do cool things. Like this year, I went to Japan and all that stuff. Like,
Oh shit.
yeah, it's really cool now. Like,
Just doing shit that you never thought you ever would do in your wildest dreams.
yeah, like I got into surfing like a couple years ago, and like,
Oh yeah.
it's been huge for me too. Like,
That's so rad.
yeah,
That's
it's
something I
just-
always wanted to do, but I just never.
Let's go.
Yeah. Need a board. I just need a board.
I got you.
Yeah. It's I just like how you work with nature and the ocean. I just think that's so cool.
Yeah, because you can't change the waves or
No.
anything. Like,
No.
you have to go with it.
You have to go with it. Exactly. I can't push them back either.
No.
I tried. Tried for years.
But yeah, it's been awesome, man. Like, I'm stoked to be able to be here and do this with you.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
I saw that you actually, my stepbrother's name is on that shirt, and
Is it really?
yeah, Taylor Hauser. Yeah.
Oh no shit.
So I don't know who submitted his name for your shirt.
It's hard. I have to go. Gotta go through those fucking messages.
Yeah, but whoever you were, thank you for that, because
Absolutely.
that was also, he died from this disease. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just tired of losing people. Like,
Yeah.
that's 2020, so it's been 4 years, and like, I just so badly wish that he could have had the same opportunity that you and I have here today,
Right.
that everyone has. If they
Mm.
just let themselves. And
I feel
he
you.
was the exact same way. He didn't see a way out of all of this. And
It's actually coming up on the anniversary of my best friend's passing, so I've been thinking a lot about him in the last week or so, and it bums me out because we are like so identical in so many ways,
yeah,
and I get sad knowing how it ended for him. He was homeless and fucking died in a bathroom and shit. It just bums me out that he never got the chance to really just give himself a chance, I just fucking I get really depressed about it, but I also just try to get out of my headspace, and then I just try to help the addict that's still suffering, and hope that they get it.
Same.
You know what I mean? Because there's nothing I can do to change. But what happened happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I always just try to, because his death is what really like got me back into going into the rooms again and stuff like that.
How long ago was that?
December 11th, 2021. Though it's like almost 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because my stepbrother, obviously, we grew up together like our whole lives, so he was like very much a brother to me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just it sucks because like like I've met so many, even while I was out in active addiction, I've met so many people that are good people,
Mm-hmm.
really good people, just doing dumb stuff, but
Right.
like I was.
Right.
But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just, I hope other people do hear the messages and
Right.
can get this themselves too, because no one needs to go out like that. Like,
Right.
I've only been clean, 3 months or 3 years, 9 months.
3 years, yeah.
And I've lost, I don't even know how many people I've known.
I know, man. It just seems like it's like a regular thing to hear.
Yeah. Which is, it kind of, it was crazy. Like, I was talking to my parents, like, oh, I'm going to another funeral. And they're like, you go to a lot of funerals. And
Right.
yeah, it sucks. It's, some people just don't get it. And,
Mm-hmm.
but hopefully more people do.
Yeah.
'Cause, no one needs to go out like that, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And there's one thing I could tell you, dude, is that, I believe that you have a message that could reach out to people. You know what I mean? Because it's so, it's like one of those things where it might not seem like we can relate all the time,
Mm-hmm.
but I know that there's a little part of your story that could reach to somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I've run into people I used to work with and everything too. It's pretty crazy.
Really?
Yeah. So that's pretty wild.
All right, brother. Well, thank you so much, man, for coming on here, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man.
Fuck yeah, dude. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
This is the Fuck Fentanyl guy letting you know if you or a loved one is injured in a motorcycle accident, then call 1-800-Lawtigers for a free case evaluation. We are available 24/7. That's 1-800-Lawtigers with over $1.5 billion recovered in verdicts and settlements. Nobody got your back more than Lawtigers.